that you can turn into a mermaid here.
Sure, we can try to turn you into a mermaid.
Well, if that's the case. I heard that!
Treasure, what are you doing here?
Why you dressed up like a kicks babe?
Because I play soccer?
Mm-hmm. You never told me you ever play soccer.
Treasure, don't be silly. You know I play soccer.
So what's this talk about you wanting to be a mermaid?
What? No talk about me wanting to be a mermaid.
You want to copy me.
No, I don't. Who even says I want to copy my little sister?
You sure don't look like my big sister. My big sister's a mermaid, and I love how beautiful she is. Okay, bye.
Yeah, you heard that, right? So my little sister really loves mermaids. That's why I want to be one.
What'd you say?
Treasure! You really have to stop sneaking up on me like that.
Okay, sorry. Bye.
Okay, quick, let's do the makeover before she comes back again. Well, okay, you heard Kix, babe. We have to give her a mermaid makeover. So she already has the perfect hair color, and we don't even have to root hair. This makeover is going to be much easier. First step up is we're going to take off these little elastics in her hair and see what we can do with it, style-wise. But before we do that, let's make her a tail. I've got this pattern from our other OMG mermaids. This is the body part, and here is the tail part. And we're gonna follow the same process as last time, the Akamiru Kawaii way. Here's my silicone mat, and you can kind of see through the mat, the pattern. Actually, we can make that better. What really helps is outlining it with a Sharpie. That way we can see it a little better through the silicone mat. Now, her process is awesome, and it worked out perfectly for our OMG Ocean and Coral. So we're gonna use that same process for this doll. So now you can see the pattern through the silicone, and I'm gonna use some of this liquid latex. You can usually find it in Halloween stores during Halloween time, but I found mine on Amazon. You can always find it there. Gonna shake it up. I'm gonna get some of the silicone out onto my painter's palette.
Ew, boogers.
So Akamiru Kawaii uses a silicone tool. She said it's easier to clean up, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use a silicone tool and just go around this whole thing. Just dab, dab, dab. All right, at this point, I'm gonna add some glitter. I think a combination of these two will be super pretty. And maybe I'll add some gold going down the center. All right, let's get some gold going down the center. Just a wee little bit. And then get some blue in there and some of this disco glitter in there. They're pretty chunky, so we should have a nice variation. And I'm gonna get some more gold in here too. Let's do the same with the back. Some gold in the center, some blue, and some disco glitter, and some more gold all throughout. So we're creating layers. And now we just let this dry for the next layer. Next, we're gonna work on the end of the tail. Alright, now we're ready to let this dry for a second sealing layer. Okay, so everything is dry now. We can peel this off. Super easy, and see how it turned out. So here it is. Her mermaid tail actually looks green more than the blue. So that's the inside of the mermaid tail. And this is the front of the mermaid tail. We can also peel the end of the tail, the fin part. There it is. Now we could use either side of the tail. This side is the most shiny part. If you're not happy with your tail, you can definitely add some more glitter, different colored glitters, and we could put some more latex on there. I think I'm going to add some details to the fins just to make it look a little more realistic. Now we're going to boil wash her hair and kind of tame this poofy part. Then it's on to the fun part, giving her a mermaid face up. I'm gonna take some pigment powder and stamp her some fish-looking scales on her face to make her look more mermaid. Here is the pigment powder I am using, and I might add a little bit of this pink in there. I also have this pigment powder. It's called Pink Gold. I think that might be a better match, but we can always wipe it off if we're not okay with it. So let's see, I'm just gonna dab a little bit, dab the sponge in the powder, tap off the extra, and let's see how it turns out. Is it gonna show up or is it gonna blend too much into her skin? Which I think that's probably what it's doing right now. It's just blending in there. Huh, can't really see it. Let's try the green. I'm gonna get a little bit of it on my sponge, and then we're gonna try the same thing again. Just dab, dab, dab where I want the pattern. Let's see how it turns out. Did it do it? No, it looks like a big blob. I think this might be too thin. So let's wipe it off. Let's try this wig cap. I think this will probably work better. Let's see. It's boop, boop, boop. Okay, so let's bring this up and see if it worked. Oh, it's another fail. Maybe I need to use wet pigments. Okay, let's remove this. Did it do it? Oh. Okay, so I cleaned it up and I kept the golden line on her eyelid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to darken her tiny baby hairs and bejewel her hairline. Get her mermaid tail together, but before I do that, I'm going to put some baby powder on here so it doesn't stick to her body. I'm choosing to use the other side. I think it looks prettier that way, more more than this side. This side, the glitter's a little too fine, and we don't have a lot of variation. Okay, we're gonna get her in here like this, line her legs up. Then I'm going to close the 2 layers up by adding some more latex. So I'm gonna actually latex that together first. Let's get that on this way, facing the outside. I'm gonna close this part up too with a little more latex. Then flippity flappity this side on there, and we're gonna put it together. It's kind of tricky, we kind of gotta maneuver it, but it'll work out. So let's get some more latex, and we kind of go along the whole tail, smushing it together. To make the mermaid tail removable, I'm going to add a Velcro strip. Now I'm just gonna clean up the mermaid tail with some water and get rid of any cloudiness, make it as clear as possible and really make it shine. Then I'm gonna add some details to her waist and give it a little bit of a lip to kind of seal off those edges and give it a real mermaid tail look. Now using some Warbler, let's start building her a mermaid crown. I'm gonna take the heat from my heat gun and make these nice and soft so I can smush them together. Then I'm going to size them to her head and move forward with the design. So let's try on her crown for size. Her crown is kind of on the big side, so I'm gonna make a second layer on the bottom. That way it is a 2-layered crown. Now that she's got all her parts done, let's make her a top. I'm gonna use the top she came with, give her some clear straps. So we're not going to be needing these ones. And then I'm gonna tweak the shape just a little bit. So I'm gonna make it more of like a mermaid shell top. Just cut out a little bit on the bottom. And And a little bit from the center on the top. It's a tiny little bit. I'm using these elastic hair ties, and then we'll just glue the straps in place. All that's left is some jewelry. I'm just gonna keep it simple since she's so bejeweled out. We're gonna give her some earrings, and it's these little fishy earrings. Finally, our mermaid is complete. Now let's crown our mermaid queen with her grand crown. From her crown to the jewels on her face up, everything is a bit extra.
Wow, you were actually a mermaid this whole time? Little treasure, come here. Yeah? Wow, it's a mermaid. Did you know our sister was a mermaid this whole time and we didn't know it? Ooh.
Yeah, I was a mermaid definitely this whole time.
Well, you sure are the prettiest mermaid I ever did see.
So let's take a look at her crown. It's super detailed. It's a little mismatched, but it worked out in the end. We've got seashells to little fishies to gems, ocean pearls, oysters with pearls inside the oysters. She's got gems on her face, glittery eyes, stars in her eyes, little freckles, and little fishies for earrings. She's also got those ocean pearls for her top. And her mermaid tail is super realistic with the latex that we used to make it. So when she's ready to go for a swim, her tail really flaps like a mermaid. I hope you guys have a wonderful, magical Friday. And until the next video, I will see you later.